A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant ruling on July 9, 2025, the Supreme Court declined to permit Florida to enforce a contentious immigration law that would criminalize the act of entering the state for individuals living in the U.S. without legal status. This decision effectively maintains a lower court's injunction against the law while the legal battle continues. The court's ruling was notable for its lack of a detailed explanation and the absence of dissenting opinions from the justices. The law, known as Senate Bill 4C, was signed into effect by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis in February as part of a broader initiative to crack down on illegal immigration, a key focus of former President Donald Trump's administration. The legislation aimed to make it a misdemeanor for undocumented migrants to enter Florida, particularly targeting those who had previously been deported or denied entry into the U.S., regardless of any changes in their legal status since those actions. Under this law, re-entering Florida after deportation would be classified as a felony, and individuals suspected of violating this statute could be jailed without bail until their cases were resolved in court. The legal complexities surrounding immigration enforcement have led to a series of lawsuits, primarily from immigrant rights organizations that argue the issue falls under federal jurisdiction, thus limiting states' abilities to impose their own immigration laws. In April, U.S. District Judge Kathleen Williams ruled against the enforcement of this law, leading Florida's Attorney General, James Uthmere, to seek intervention from the Supreme Court. Uthmere contended that the ongoing legal challenges would leave Florida residents vulnerable to the dangers posed by illegal immigration, asserting that the state should have the authority to address these concerns. The Supreme Court's refusal to allow the law's enforcement came despite support for the legislation from 18 other states, which submitted an amicus brief advocating for its implementation. On the opposing side, the ACLU raised alarms about the potential for such state laws to create a fragmented and inconsistent approach to immigration enforcement across the country, undermining federal authority. The Justice Department also weighed in, filing a brief that argued Florida's law was compatible with federal immigration statutes, asserting that it did not infringe upon federal supremacy. However, the 11th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals ultimately upheld the lower court's injunction, leading to the Supreme Court's decision to maintain the status quo. This ruling marks a continuation of the legal disputes surrounding immigration policies in Florida and across the nation, as various states attempt to navigate the complex interplay between state and federal laws regarding immigration. With the Supreme Court's decision, the future of Florida's immigration law remains uncertain as it awaits further legal scrutiny in the lower courts. As this case unfolds, it highlights the ongoing national debate over immigration policy and the extent of state power in enforcing laws that intersect with federal regulations. The implications of this ruling could resonate beyond Florida, influencing similar legislative efforts in other states grappling with immigration issues. The outcome of this case will likely have lasting impacts on how states approach immigration enforcement and the rights of undocumented individuals within their borders. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.